is to realize that the best moments should be shared. Okay? I loved being on this island. I'm having a ball, as you can clearly see. Wind blowing, on a tram, going through the lush, environment, right? And yes, I was gonna be on this trip regardless, but it was so much sweeter being able to show you guys the people that I went with, the people who showed up, the people that I met along the way. Okay? We are human beings. We are supposed to be in communities. We are supposed to be connected to one another. And a lot of times, I understand my solitude girlies. Yes, you can hibernate for 6 months and be totally at peace. But when it comes to your memories, when it comes to moments in your life, it should be shared.
5 shows made 3 million a week. You are now looking at the bestie elite. You are now looking at the bestie elite. You are now looking at the best.
Hey there, besties. Welcome back to our summer sessions. And today I'm going to teach you 7 ways to create the perfect day as your best self. All right. During our summer sessions, we slow down and we reset. That way we're able to reflect on what's been working for us and what's been keeping us stuck. So I thought, what better way than to take you along with me as I'm clearly being my best self, okay? That way I can tell you guys the 7 ways that I'm taking this perfect day on this private island and infusing it into the rest of my life, okay? With that being said, walk with me as close as can be. Get out your pencils and papers and let's get to it, all right? So, fun fact, all right? Your perfect day, your perfect life, your perfect camera shot, camera angle, right? Which is avoiding me right now. It doesn't exist without you. It doesn't. The same way this video wouldn't exist if I just didn't press record and post is the same way that your perfect day as your best self cannot exist without you. You, as you are, where you are, with all things that are happening in your life, all things that are happening that you can't control. Your perfect day cannot be created or exist without you. Okay? And this is what's really going to blow your mind, right? Because that was just the first step. The second step is to realize that everything doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to pivot. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've had so many plans, so many things laid out. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this outcome. And then I'm going to do this because of that outcome. And sometimes life just doesn't happen that way. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay stuck on what you want it to happen? Or are you going to pivot based on what is happening? Take what you need, leave what you don't. Okay? Because I can tell you right now, even though I'm taking you guys along with me with one of the most perfect days that I had over the summer, this day did not happen how I thought it should. And it was better for it. Okay? It was better for it. All right? I just have to tell you that. And if nobody else tells you, pivoting is sometimes part of the plan. Sometimes the things don't go according to your plan, but they'll work out perfectly anyway. You just have to be open to pivoting and seeing it play out differently than what you had in your head. Okay? That does not invalidate what you had planned. Okay? Of course, have a plan, stick as much to it as possible. But when the plan's not planning, pivot. Now, this next step to create the perfect day as your best self is to realize that the best moments should be shared. Okay? I loved being on this island. I'm having a ball, as you can clearly see. Wind blowing, on a tram, going through the lush, environment, right? And yes, I was gonna be on this trip regardless, but it was so much sweeter being able to show you guys the people that I went with, the people who showed up, the people that I met along the way. Okay? We are human beings. We are supposed to be in communities. We are supposed to be connected to one another. And a lot of times, I understand my solitude girlies. Yes, you can hibernate for 6 months and be totally at peace. But when it comes to your memories, when it comes to moments in your life, it should be shared. It should. And on the flip side of that, before you guys, hunt me down, the fourth way to create the perfect day as your best self is to understand that there are going to be better moments that you have alone. as beautiful as this trip was, right? As beautiful as these moments were with the people that I came on this trip with the people that I met on this trip, right? There were some moments that I needed to be alone. And I actually cherished that on this island. Okay? I'm literally about to hop into this volleyball game that you see right in front of you, right? You know, some of my other friends are lounging, and, you know, the guys are taking a moment and taking a load off, right? And I'm about to jump into this volleyball game, right? Because this is going to be a moment I'm going to share with other people. But there came a time on this island where everybody was exhausted, right? Everybody was, you know, we had played the volleyball, we had, you know, had the drinks, we had went and walked all around the island, all the things, right? And everybody wanted to rest. And for me, I still wanted to get in the water. So guess what? I took that moment alone. And it was one of the best moments on the island because it was me, the water, the seagulls. I could see like little fish swimming offshore. Like, I had a ball by myself in that moment because I didn't need other people to have that moment with me for it to be one of the best moments on the island, right? But in order to have the perfect day as your best self, you have to be comfortable with and without people. Your happiness should not be dependent on it. But the most perfect days of my summer, which is what I'm expressing to you guys here in the summer session, had both. It had moments of solitude and moments of community. And if you take some time and you reflect on your best days, the ones that are behind you and the ones that are to come, you'll realize that there was people presence and there was moments of solitude, and both made the day, okay? Now, this one's gonna be a heavy hitter. I've already alluded to it a little bit, but what is this, step number 5 or 6? We're getting up there, right? But I gotta tell you guys that when it comes to creating the perfect day as your best self, rest is a part of the recipe. As much as I did on this island, you better believe when I got back on that boat, I took a nap. Okay? As much of a good time we had on this island, I took a nap. I rested my eyes, I rested my mind, I rested my body. Okay? It is part of the recipe because without that rest on the boat, without this little moment of rest, you know, after we did a couple of cheers and found ourselves a nice little spot on the beach, without these 2 moments of rest, I would have been exhausted. There was no way that I could have been as hype, as happy, as me as I was if I did not rest. Okay? Wouldn't happen. Okay? It would not happen. So understand, rest, it's part of the recipe. Now, the last couple things I want to leave you guys with is number 1, which is really like step 6, is to document it, even if it's only for you. I don't know if you guys have seen throughout this video, but this is not a perfect aesthetic video. The camera is shaky. There was a moment where you guys were in my bag for like a whole minute and a half. I documented, you know, one of my closest friends untying my braids and rebraiding it. You know, like, you guys got to see the buffet, you guys got to see the tram, you guys got to see the island. Like, I documented all of this, and even if it never made it to social media, even if I never put it out in the world, I would have it to reflect on it. Now, I am trying to get better at showing it to the world because I do a lot of things, okay? But documenting it made this day even more perfect because now I can relive it. Now I don't have to wait to take another trip to have the same feeling. I can literally look at the visuals that I'm talking over right now and have so much joy in my heart because I remember exactly what we were doing at that time. I remember the vibe that I had. I remember the people who showed up. I literally can relive everything because I documented it. I'm not relying on my memory, which is faulty at best, y'all. I can relive it because I have the documentation. And I understand you don't have to document every waking moment, but you need to have something that you can keep with you, okay? That is like the cherry on top of the perfect day. But the bowl that it all comes in is to know that you can do it again. I am not sad about this day. I am not distraught about this day because I understand at any given moment I can have this day or better. And you can too. So those are the 7 ways to create the perfect day as your best self. I cannot wait to talk to you guys on the next one. Until then, be your best self and nothing less.